Italy's Toscana, Tuscany, is visually gorgeous. The architecture is fantastic, and the whole place is packed with history. The food and drink aren't bad either. The wine, naturally, is Chianti, and I've got one coming right up. Hi guys, welcome to our fresh edition of Big on Wine, the show which brings you news, clues and reviews. Indeed, we try to keep you up to speed about just about everything that's happening in the world of wine. And my wine for this week is indeed from Italy and from Toscana, and it's this one here. It goes under the name of Piccini Così Chianti, and the vintage is 2019. So this is a fresh example of the local beverage. This wine comes in for a price of just under €14 a bottle where I am. Yes, indeed, Chianti has its price. Let me paint in the backstory to this particular wine. This is officially DOCG Chianti, Toscana, and it's produced by Tenute Piccini. Now, this is Chianti, it's not Chianti Classico. Classico is the actual heart of the region. And of course, this region, this wine region, stretches all the way from Florence or Firenze southwards in the direction of the ancient city of Siena. Now, this particular vineyard, Piccini, is in Castellina in Chianti, and that's roughly 50 kilometers south of Florence, 30 kilometers or so north of Siena. All right, that's the backstory. Let's turn our attention to the wine here. And Chianti is very much associated with the Italian Sangiovese grape, which normally makes up the bulk of the wine, but most Chiantis are indeed blends of one kind or another. And indeed, in recent years, the international grape varieties such as Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon have been planted quite often in Chianti and mixed with the Sangiovese. And this wine is no exception. This is a blend of 3 different varieties, the Sangiovese, the Merlot, and the Cabernet Sauvignon. So what we can expect normally from a Chianti wine are those red fruit flavors, red currant, raspberry, maybe even a hint of roasted tomato in the mix in many Chianti. All right, let's first turn our attention to the wine in the glass here. And as we can see, it has a kind of mid-ruby color to it, quite attractive, semi-translucent wine. I think we can probably assume a fairly medium-bodied wine, at least from the visuals here. Looks very nice indeed. Let's try it in the nose and see what kind of aromas we can find. Here we go. Now in the nose, this is a young wine, of course, and the aroma is very much an aroma of fresh red berries. What am I thinking of? Well, I'm thinking probably along the lines of a little bit of cherry, maybe even something slightly sharper in the direction of lingonberry, perhaps. And also in the background, there's also something a bit more greener, almost like taking a walk in a pine forest, perhaps. That kind of aroma comes in as well. So basically fresh red berries, plus that little bit of kind of piney scented aroma as well in the background. Very nice indeed. Okay, fairly light, fairly medium in terms of aromas. Okay, let's try the wine now in the mouth and see what we can find. Here we go. Yes. All right, now this is a medium-bodied wine. We're looking at a wine with a strength of about 13%. In the mouth, again, those red berries are very much to the fore. I would say probably the The slightly sharper, sourer elements are characteristic of this wine. So perhaps more of the lingonberry, less of the cherry. Sour cherry, of course, here. It has a nice acidic bite to the wine, fairly medium tannins. It's easy to drink, mouth-watering. Perhaps it doesn't have too many nuances to the wine. It's a fairly straightforward wine in the mouth here with that cherry and lingonberry and acidity, but it is clean, it's uplifting, it's simple, and I think an effective red wine, pleasant red wine without any major claim to greatness. In the finish of the wine, there is an interesting element, however. I would say that in the finish of the wine, there's almost something like coffee or mocha-like, which is actually quite pleasant. So a nice acidic, mouth-watering red berry package with a lovely touch of mocha in the finish there. Now, this is the kind of wine you should be serving slightly chilled. So put it in the fridge for half an hour or so before you serve it. I would say probably around the 14 or 15 degree mark is about right. Let's bring you the heads up on this one. This is a Chianti from the south of the Chianti region, so just north of the city of Siena. It's uncomplicated. It's perfect with Italian dishes of the traditional variety, pizza, pasta, light meat dishes, particularly chicken. It's simple, it's enjoyable. It's Piccini Così Chianti 2019, and I'm going to give it 3 stars out of 5. Okay folks, many thanks for tuning into this week's video, and of course this was a little introduction to a Chianti from the south of the famous Chianti region, just to the north of Siena there in Tuscany. Nice stuff indeed, I enjoyed that. Okay, if you've enjoyed what you've seen and heard, then please do feel free to give us a big thumbs up. Yeah, give us a like, we do enjoy getting those. Drop a comment down below if you feel that way inclined. Share the video around, and of course, if you haven't already done so, why not subscribe to the channel? And you can also hit that little bell icon down below and you'll be informed as soon as every new video is uploaded. And naturally, I'll be back again next week with another great wine of the week for you. But until we meet again, this is Tony Melville signing off and saying, hey, take care out there. Be good to each other. Enjoy your wines. And cheers.